We are now standing on the threshold of a new year. We're preparing for Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is not just the beginning of a year, but it's the day in which our mystics tell us a totally revolutionary light, divine light, enters the world that has never been in this world before. And we are now in the days of preparation for that new dynamic, for that new revolution. Just as this is the time of the year that we're standing poised to enter into a new existence, we are now, historically speaking, standing on the threshold of the final redemption. And there are many parallels between that and Rosh Hashanah. How do we internalize the experience of Rosh Hashanah? It's through the sounding of the shofar. In the same way, we are preparing ourselves for this new dynamic, the final redemption through the Mashiach, through the sounding of the shofar. Now, when I say sounding of the shofar, it's God who sounds the shofar. I'd like to share a little story. In the pre-war Europe, very great Hasidic master, Rabbi Spira of the city of Munkach, got up on Rosh Hashanah to deliver a sermon. And he said the sermon with tears in his eyes. And he said, I want to confess to everyone and to God a sin that I committed yesterday. You see, in the month of Elul, the month before Rosh Hashanah, we sound the shofar every weekday. With one exception, the day before Rosh Hashanah, we don't sound the shofar. Now, I have a little grandson, the apple of my eye, who I love dearly, and he loved to hear me sound the shofar every day in preparation for the main shofar sounding of Rosh Hashanah. Comes the day before Rosh Hashanah, yesterday, and my grandson says to me, Zaidi, Grandpa, you haven't sounded the shofar. And I try to explain to him that for reasons that we won't go into, but we don't sound the shofar the day before Rosh Hashanah. But he started to plead with me, and he threw a tantrum, crying bitterly. And I said, no, we can't do it, until he said, Zaidi, just one more blast. And I couldn't resist, and I sounded the shofar with one blast. And we come to God on Rosh Hashanah, and we say to God, we've been in exile for thousands of years. Please, just one more blast. Just give us the final blast that will usher in the Messianic Age. And we hear the blast, sometimes not through a literal shofar, but through the cataclysmic events that have occurred recently. These are all reminders that we have to prepare ourselves for the new year and for the new revelation of Mashiach, of the Messianic Age. Everyone should be inscribed and sealed for a good and sweet year.